Welcome back, Canada Boys. Today, we're checking out potentially the best episode of Sakamoto Days. By far.
This was the best. This was the best Sakamoto Days episode I've ever seen out of every single episode I've seen. Season 1 and Season 2 put together. This was the best episode I've ever seen.
They were definitely cooking this episode, man. Honestly, I feel like it's the pacing of this episode which is crazy.
Yeah.
So much happened. It was insane. Before we get to the old man, because y'all know I want to talk about that old man, let's just talk about what this man Slur and Gaku are doing off the top.
Yeah, this man Gaku decided I'm going to slaughter the first 3 floors of the JAA. Made it real quick, too.
Bro, by the time they were learning about what was going on, homie was already about to be on the 3rd floor. It's crazy, man. And beforehand, people in the JA were low-key talking crazy about them. Like, who would even come in here, bro? Like, dog, there was a dude that was at his desk and they were like, hey, you gonna go to evacuate? He was like, they're not even gonna make it here, bro. I got a lot of work to do. He should have left. Because as soon as he said that, bro, Gaku was on his floor already going crazy.
This man killed 140 people in 2 minutes.
Mind you, his weapon's like this big hammer. And he's cutting people's heads off. Hell no.
I think 40 people in 2 minutes is insane.
For sure.
Can't even do that in video games.
Dog. And here I thought like it was gonna be him and Slur doing it. Slur was like, nah, I'm just gonna watch. You do your thing, bro. And just let homie start going wild in there, dog. I knew it was really cooked though when they had a whole firing squad, right? And mind you, the firing squad had aura at first because like homie's sitting there on the side sipping his liquor or whatever out of his canteen. Like, all right, fire. But as soon as he finished putting his liquor down, he looked to the side. He'd cut all his homie's heads off as soon as they ran out of bullets. He was like, I shouldn't have come to work, man.
Took off work.
Dog. I was like, that's crazy as heck. But yeah, Gaku just had an insane showing, bro. He even like knocked a dude like from one building to another. Like he was just going crazy.
That dude died in the car, man.
Oh, thank you. Peak cinema. But right where I thought, hey, they about to really run up the JAA's back, old man pulled up in the taxi. That's when I knew this man might be the go. Because mind you, at this point, it feels like they had to send all these criminals out here just to make sure the old man wasn't there.
And honestly, I understand why.
I get it.
Now that I've seen what's happened here, I understand why y'all waited until everybody was gone.
Cleared them out. You know what I'm
saying? They definitely would have struggled with everybody there. And it was only one person
they struggled with just one of them that pulled up.
Exactly. You know Imagine they were all there.
If it was the whole order, I think Slur and his homies would have got it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because
I could actually see that.
This old man's crazy. Because at this point, man, I ain't gonna lie. The aura off of Gaku, I was like, this man's crazy as hell, man. I was like, Sakamoto might struggle fighting Gaku the way he was moving. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. And it's because he doesn't fight with weapons, really, though, or killing weapons anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't try to murder people, so he's always a little nerfed. But as soon as this old man pulled up, Gaku, I have a bad feeling. He should listen. Because as soon as he pulled up on him, he tried to smash him with the hammer. The old dude blocked, and at the same time, so fast we didn't even see the sword cut 3 of this dude's fingers off.
Pain tolerance on Gaku is crazy, brother.
He ain't flinch. I ain't gonna lie. Gaku got that dog in him. Even if he not gonna win, he gonna try his hardest. I gotta appreciate that about him.
Insane work.
But at that point, he's like, oh no, I gotta retreat. You know what I'm saying? And then we cut straight to Slur. Slur's out here just aura farming, okay? We see this mime-looking dude and like 4 other agents from the JAA. They about to get an elevator to go down to try to help, neutralize the threat. Before they get to the elevator, we hear a ding. And I was like, oh, whatever's coming out of there gotta be bad, bro. And it's this man Slur. He just standing there, and they pull out the guns like, you're under arrest. Well, obviously, they about to just shoot him. And the mime shoots his other 4 agents. And we were like, what's going on here? I'm saying, like, we paused. It was that bad. We were like, nah. Well, how did this just happen? So we had 2 different theories. My theory was that this mime was over here so scared once he realized who that was that he just shot his homies to be like, hey, you can go through here. Just leave me alone. What was your theory?
I thought this man Slur had some mind control, brother. Thought he made homies shoot the homies.
Now that would have been crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. If he had mind control, I'd have been like, dang, our psychic homie gonna have to lock in.
Yeah, for real.
But nah, apparently this man Slur not only used to work at the JAA, but he even put in sleeper agents that were his homies in there. You know what I'm saying? And so as soon as he finishes killing them, they just start chopping it up like they aren't just destroying this whole building. And he's like, hey man, how'd you like the benefits out here? You know what I'm saying? I know I had you in here for a while. He was like, honestly, they pay better than you. But otherwise it's pretty alright. He was like, you make any friends? He said, yeah. They're on the 3rd floor though, so probably dead. I was like, dang, that's crazy, bro. And at that point, they just start moving, they doing their own thing. And I was like, well, at this point, I thought Gaku was dead. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I thought he was good. But he comes in a little bit later because Sakamoto is actually the one who ends up intercepting Slur. And he pulls up with Bart and our psychic auraless dude. I'm sorry, he's not auraless, but you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. He has his moments.
Yeah, he needs more of that, man. He needs a training arc for real. Because they pull up, right? Mind you, Sakamoto lands on his feet. Bart does like a little Spider-Man landing off the walls with the wires. And he just gets slammed on his face. I was just like, yo, man, give him a break. He doesn't get one for the rest of the episode. Because as soon as they pull up, they start trying to get active with this man, Slur, and the mime. And at this point, I thought the mime was just going to be, solid. Bro, this mime is just like Gaku. Because as soon as this man Sakamoto goes in on Slur, first of all, just straight stabs.
Actually, no. Yeah, Sakamoto didn't move at all.
Bro,
Slur just stabbed him.
And mind you, like half the times he was hurting Sakamoto, like you couldn't see the movement either. You would just see like the wind effect, and he just standing there, and I was like, nah. That's gross. But normally Sakamoto be doing that to other people. This is the first time I've seen someone just aura on him like that.
Yeah, he was actually getting hit, bro.
Nah, he was
throwing me off.
East, straight up. And then what made it worse is our blonde dude tried to go in there and activate. I don't know if he did his future sight, but if he did and what happened to him still happened, then damn.
No, because his eyes turn blue when he does that.
Okay. That makes him okay. He got some of his aura back because I was just like the mime speed blitzed him, put the gun to his face, was about to shoot, but luckily a part was like, I can't lose my friends. He cut the gun up. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like at that point, like Slur noticed that a part Loki kind of nice and just cut his arm off, just neutralized him immediately. I was just like,
yeah, that was disgusting, bro.
Gross,
people
man.
Losing limbs out here, man.
Oh, I know he just got introduced as a character for real, but dang, bro, they just cooking him. And then at this point, Sakamoto got like 2 dead weights. You know what I'm saying? A part would have been the only useful dude, and he got taken out of the fight immediately. And then the psychic dude, he just keeps trying to get involved in the fight, but at this point, he's low-key just getting in Sakamoto's day. Like, wait, you know what I'm saying? To the point where even Slur was just like, yo, bro, you'd be better off killing yourself than actually getting involved in this fight. That'd be more helpful.
I mean, that's demoralizing,
that's
man.
That's crazy.
You really have to think about that.
That's an insane way to put it. But where Slur made the mistake is after that, he was like, honestly, you got a lot of people you care about, right? Like your daughter. Talk about the crack. I understand the crash out.
He in fact locked in for a second.
No, he locked in.
He was moving like Goku, bro.
That's the most I've ever seen him locked in while fat.
Yeah, the veins coming out of his face and whatnot. Yeah, he was.
Bro,
he was actually hitting him and everying.
Yeah, he definitely put him on the back foot a little bit, but Slur still like he was kind of.
No, he was fine.
You know what I'm saying? And at this point in the episode, we'd also found out that they kind of have a little bit of a past together because they all come from the same class, but apparently only Nagumo, Sakamoto, and
some other dude that looked like Shigaraki for some reason.
They were like the stars of the class. Apparently, back when they were like in the school training, I guess.
Yeah, the JCC.
Yeah, he wasn't as what's it called? Slur didn't really stand out like that at that time. But
they assumed he was dead.
Well, no. We find out it seems like Sakamoto got sent to kill him.
Yeah, but he didn't know it was his boy though.
Probably not.
Yeah, because he said, "Oh, it's you," whatever his name was.
True, because I think it's because he was the one who tried to kill him. So he probably either killed him or left him for dead. So he was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" You know what I mean? So I think that's also probably part of why Slur has this like beef with Sakamoto still, because he's the one who put a bounty on his head. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
in the beginning. So there's a little bit more of animosity, and I feel like story that needs to be unraveled there as far as like why they hate each other. Because Slur at the same time kind of gives off the vibe like he doesn't really care about Sakamoto in this moment. So I feel like there's got to be some other plan or some other thing that like Sakamoto either knows about as far as the reason why he needs him gone at some point. Just that right now he just doesn't have anything to do with what his current mission is, which is apparently just destroying all the JAA, right? And at this point, we're seeing Sakamoto lock in. Homeboy, the psychic homeboy, had to literally calm him down right quick so that he wouldn't try to kill him for real, because he was like, that was bloodlust.
I don't know. I think sometimes it's needed in that situation. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm about to say he was. I don't think he was even doing enough.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't know if he could have still killed him at that point. Low key.
Yeah,
because the mime dude, the French looking dude, was still chilling in the corner.
he was.
So I don't know. It would have been a tough fight for sure. But at this point, Gaku pulls up. I was sitting here like, oh, interesting. But Gaku's immediately was like, hey, you did not tell me about that monster down there. And the other dudes was like, yeah.
The ghost of
I guess he's here.
is back,
bro. For sure. And at that point, man, we're over here sitting like, where's he about to come from? This dude pulls out some horrible. He put his sword through the door like it was like butter. And then used it to turn the doorknob. I was like, that was just so unnecessary, but it was so tough. And then he like creeps into the room low key. He's just muttering, and I was like,
hi, how are you?
Same vibes. But he was moving crazy because immediately the mime dude tries to pull up on him, shoot some bullets. He deflects it easily. You know what I'm saying? And then he tries to wrap around him to shoot him. He cuts his trigger finger off. And then stabs him in the neck, dog.
Stabs him right in the neck, bro.
This old man is
I thought he died right there.
I thought he did too. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, it's over. Because he pulled his sword like out of his neck. You know what I'm saying? Not like...
Yeah, insane.
Nah.
Disgusting.
Old man was going crazy. And at that point, I'm sitting here like, okay, at least Lur might be able to fight him.
Gaku pulled up for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
That man got aura though. No fingers trying to fight him for real.
Facts. Got his arm cut off.
What I'm wondering is, what if he cut off the fingers on the other side and then he cut off his arm?
Is he just nerfed? Is Gaku done for?
If I'm being real, I'd rather he just cut off the same.
I hope he cut off the same hand. Otherwise, he's cooked.
Because imagine you get your fingers cut off on your left side, and then he cut off your
whole arm on the other side, bro.
Now you really cooked, bro.
We gotta check on that next episode. So. Yeah, he straight up cut off this dude's arm, but you know, give Gaku his credit.
Still try to fight him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He didn't flinch. He kicked his arm straight back at him and tried to pull up again for another strike. But it was he would have died. Messed up. Yeah, he would have died right there. Because even Slow was like, we gotta go. Straight pulled him out of that sword range, bro.
He said, I wanted you to see you crush him. I was like, even I can't crush him right now.
You didn't say that, but
he said, look, give me a break, is what he said.
Yo. So at that point, he's over here trying to get out of there. But Sakamoto was like, nah, I'm not letting you leave. And behind him is a devil. Because that old man was in that joint. He had the stance too. I was like, whatever he was about to unleash right there, bro. That whole floor was about to go. But luckily, the mime dude didn't die, apparently. He pulls up with a freaking like bomb in his top. You know how crazy you gotta be for someone to have to sacrifice themselves to stop you?
And you still lived at the end of the day? It's like when this man's cell blew up Goku and he came right back. He just teleported right back in his new form. Like,
bro,
man, that's tough.
Yeah, that old man got insane aura. Like right now, at least where I'm rating people, I used to be like, you know what, Skinny Sakamoto, nobody really messing with that. You know what I'm saying? Just because the aura we've seen with Skinny Sakamoto. The way it's looking, Slur might be either equal to or a little better than Skinny Sakamoto as he is right now.
You know what I'm saying? He reminds him of his younger self, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Y'all in the same class. What do you mean by that?
Bro. Whatever he unlocked.
Why are you trying to stun him like that? You know what I'm saying?
He unlocked something, man. I don't know.
Bro. And then this old man, he's above everybody. I think you put him against Sakamoto, Slur, the rest of the order. He coming out on top.
And he can go take out the whole Demon Slayer.
Bro.
Everybody.
We could drop on both sides. Yeah. What's on doing to him?
Bro.
Demon Slayer characters are pretty good. Don't get me wrong.
He's packing up every one of them.
They're not cutting through concrete buildings. They're not making the leaning tower of
He doesn't
Tokyo.
even have any wind breathing, nothing, no breathing styles.
He used to be muttering. He's a mumbler.
Nah, he would cook everybody in that world like it's not even
He's gross, bro. He's absolutely gross. I think what makes him scarier is we haven't really heard him say anything.
I don't know, bro. He's
I don't know what his opinions on anything are.
Just straight war, bro.
Yeah, he just be looking at people and we're like, I think I'm gonna cut you today. And you getting cut. Like, it's crazy, man. And at this point, we see Slur. For some reason, I thought he was gonna like leave as soon as the explosion happened. But he was still standing right there in front of Sakamoto. And I guess the old man was like stunned, I guess, from the explosion. And he starts muttering kind of in the same way as the old man. And Sakamoto looked like maybe he knew something about it, but he just...
Yeah, he said you're something and then it cut off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But he was also injured at that point too, but you know, he got stabbed like 18 different times by Slur and then exploded on. I get it. So they let him go, but that was crazy. That was a crazy episode. So much to the point where the rest of the episode was still good, but I was just like, dang.
Yeah, man. He ended up in a hospital. Nagamo and his boy pulled up, asking questions about Slur. He gave them the answers.
You know, let him know that he somebody they knew. You know, and then he ends up getting a little bit of information out of Nagamo's homie from the Order. Loki,
I'm gonna call him Metal Plate Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's starting to age. I forgot it already.
Metal Plate.
Yeah, he's alright.
He clotheslined Sakamoto in there though, only because he's injured.
It's fat Sakamoto though. I feel like sometimes stuff be bouncing off of him like he's made of rubber or something.
I don't know. He knocked through like 4 walls, but
he got right up. That's the thing. That's why I'm like, I feel like when he's in his fat body, like he don't take damage that easy. But it's crazy because end of the day, he ends up giving him some info about Slur in a very like roundabout way
without doing it without leaking information from him.
Exactly. So now they know exactly where to go look. I guess Sakamoto's gonna go hunt down Slur, but I'm like,
I don't think he's hunting down Slur. I think he's looking up more like information so he can find a way to like protect his family.
Yeah, but the only way to protect your family from Slur is to get rid of him.
I mean, he's probably going to look for something important on him first and then use that at will.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, this no killing rule, I don't know how he's gonna do that with that dude.
He's gonna break it.
Slur not the one. Bro.
He's gonna break it. His wife gonna find out, and
you gonna divorce him?
I don't know. We'll see.
If he get divorced, hey, y'all might see a demon. Imagine she left him.
Oh, that'd be wild.
But he's doing what he can, bro. He's really doing what he can. He's the most nerfed hitman, and he still be out here doing his thing. It's a fire episode. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give this one a 10 out of 10.
Yep, 10 out of 10. Let's try it again, man.
Yo, I just can't wait to see how the rest of his crew and even him, honestly, kind of like level up, though, because they need it. These dudes ain't playing no more, bro. Park just lost an arm. Y'all got locked in.
Park and Gaku lost an arm, man.
Thanks. Yeah, there's some monsters out here. They're not playing out here no more, bro. These are not the kid games no more. So it's gonna be cool, man. I feel like this made me more invested in Sakamoto Days.
Yeah, they needed this, bro.
Yeah, I needed this episode.
It's crazy.
Because other than that, like I feel like it was a good anime, but it wasn't giving me like next big 3 vibes. Like everybody was hyping it up. This was like, okay, cool. I see. I see why y'all mentioned this a little bit in the same sentences as JJK. Not fully, but like I understand it a lot more now. You know, it's cooking. This
is crazy, brother.
Yeah. Aside from that, man, y'all let us know what y'all thought of this episode of Sakamoto Days. If y'all enjoyed it, comment down below. Aside from that, like and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all. Peace.